Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Darkness Within in pursuit of Loath Nolder. When we left off last time, we were at Ivar Bergen's cabinet, and we opened this cabinet. Now I want to spin around and check out this one. Come on. Alright, let's unlock this thing. Ooh, what have we got in here? That's pretty. I may find a use for these sticks. Alright. 3 sticks. We'll do something with them. Let's look at that map, too. That's as much as it zooms. Not really sure what it's a map of. Ooh, what's this? Well, certainly interesting. Okay, we can't just jam that in here. Alright, let's back up. Can't grab any of these papers? Alright then, what about this over here? Dear IB, I will try to write down completely all the information regarding the strange disappearance of Mr. R, which I have learned directly from Mr. FV. I beseech you to send this mail to Mr. Kerwin too, because, as you know, I have to leave for Solil today. About 1 month ago, Mr. R had written a letter to Mr. FV mentioning a police operation was being conducted in the area where he was living and how he felt uncomfortable because of this event. According to what Mr. R said, police heard some unusual things, and because of this, they started their investigation in the suburbs. Some people have been arrested, but the reason for these arrests has not been announced publicly. In the successive days, Mr. F.E. got in touch with one of our police friends and got some information regarding the strange operations. According to our police connection, the investigation focused on 2 Gabonese sailors and what they brought from some eastern Indian islands. Interesting. Well, Howard doesn't think so, but I do. Mr. R tried to retrieve information regarding these Gabonese sailors. These sailors gave some objects from some eastern Indian islands where they often sailed with merchant ships to some unknown persons in the suburb. At a tavern called Knight's Head, he learned from an undependable source, from a drunk, that police seized one of those objects in the course of the investigation. According to the drunk, they had sold a very ancient parchment to someone named Lagrosse, and were paid very generously. Then these 2 had quit sailing and went back to their country, Gabon. Is it Gabon? I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. That last object, the parchment, was very important and dangerous. Mr. R said all of this in his last letter to Mr. F.E., but after a month, when Mr. F.E. noticed that no replies to his letters had been coming from Mr. R, he wanted to visit him personally. When he arrived at his house, there was no trace of Mr. R. That is all that Mr. F.E. told me. He is now residing at Mr. R.'s place and waiting for further orders. I have sent a letter to Mr. F.E. telling him to contact you, and I hope that he will visit you soon. Your servant, Z. There's all kinds of interesting stuff in that. What about this Knight's Head Tavern? We need to go there. Alright. What else we got? My old friend, you may be worried because you haven't heard from me for some time, but I can assure you that you will be surprised when you see the things that I have found. In the package that I have sent you, I have added all of the copies of my discoveries together with the notes about what I have written. It is very noticeable that they are very ancient, but still, I think that they were copied from an even more ancient source. The drawings on the 4th parchment seem particularly attractive and confusing. They may seem meaningless at first, but when you inspect the notes that I have added, they will be clearer. I think that the sign with an Ouroboros around it serves as a key or source for the others, and I still cannot understand the meaning of the diagram on which the familiar celestial bodies are shown in strange locations. If you could find any clues about these matters, please let me know. That didn't ring a bell. All right. Even if I wanted to talk about these things excessively, I have to stop here for now. I have to travel shortly, and I won't return for 1 month hence. You will not be hearing from me during that time. I think that I will be back at the latest on November 28th, 2011. And what are we on now? The 11th, I think? Or maybe the 13th. No, we made it to the 13th. The time is getting closer, and thus these things will start to become more complex. P.S. I think that there is a connection between my discoveries and the book you have sent, but it would be best to leave this until our next conversation, since I have not been able to examine it sufficiently. John D. This is someone's date of return to their residence. But who will return where? Well, make it a clue. It's important. All right. What else? Hi, friend. I want to proudly announce to you that we have discovered what we've been seeking. The city was lying buried in the sand 1 mile northwest of the location we last dug at. According to some local legends, all of the inhabitants of the city were killed when the city was buried under the sands because of their sins. These legends have greatly influenced the locals, as we noticed when we excavated the city. We uncovered it after 2 weeks of exhausting work. The first things that we noticed were the skeletons and abundance of bones scattered everywhere, some of which appeared to have been gnawed on. We found parchments which contained pictures and some strange hieroglyphs in a cave that was most likely used as a library. The sections with pictures look like they are about necromancy and sorcery. One parchment in particular is very exciting because it has some sections that look like the Voynich manuscript, which is thought to be related to the Botanic. In some buildings, stained low altars, which have really exciting symbols on them, greet the eye. Inside the buildings with these low altars, it is apparent that at one time the walls were adorned with colorful petroglyphs. This desert is not as suspicious as it first seemed. I listened to the sounds which Marco Polo had mentioned, and I can say that he was right. Hang on. Okay. Some nights, speech and music were heard so close to our camp that it would be fatuity not to try to record them. But it cannot be said that we were successful in that attempt, because the only thing we had were the screams of the wind that was continuously moving the sands and immersing us in incoherent thoughts. I think that this discovery is an important step on the way to our ultimate goal, which needs to be examined a bit more. I hope I can send detailed documents about all of our discoveries in a short time. Take care till then. Shalif bin Hamar. Keep that name. What do you mean nothing interesting? We've got an actual full name instead of just initials this time. Howard. Right there. It's interesting. All right. Brother, I hope you are all right. Happily, I want to declare to you that the EB problem has been solved. The little building in the garden is under our control now, and we've already started to examine it. Since we couldn't take that old fool's house in ordinary ways, we have used the last and the most direct solution. Now JD is residing there. I am sure that you will want to join him in his examination. To communicate with him, please use KD78GT8. And we have found a palanquin there which contains some objects. We think that those objects are some kind of keys, but a further investigation is needed. We did not yet try those on the target location because, as you know, to enter some places without knowledge may be very dangerous. Regards, IB. So the IB is Ivar Bergen. Yes, there is a weird combination. Keep note of that. Seems like an encrypted combination. And is this an address? Maybe. Anything else? EB. Well, it's gotta be another Bergen, right? No. Because if he's writing to brother here, I play want to clear the EB solvent. So IB's Ivar Bergen. We're not sure who EB is. And then this, he's writing... Is it, like, literally his brother, or more like... they're all part of a cult or whatever that refers to each other as brother. And this one. Honorable IB, as told in the Time War, subsequent to a green-colored smoke, a dim flame was seen, but the mentioned face wasn't. I am not sure that I could read the prayers correctly when the waters have risen, and I am not certain about the part that I believe is to be said when the moon is at the right location. In a short time, I believe that I can report to you the results of my latest research. DEG. Okay, so there's all kinds of stuff going on, but we don't know really what any of it means yet. And we can't open these drawers. Is it time to think about some things? Sticks that seem specially crafted for a certain purpose. This combination. The dialogues we can think about as well. Good grief. All these options. I do want to know about this combination. Well, we'll get back to it. Let's go ahead and explore some more. Alright, so I think we are done with this little area. takes care of this room. Now then, let's head back down that trap door. Alright, let's see what we can find. I'm still curious about this blank piece of paper. There's got to be something special we can do to it. Can't use that there. Is there anything else we can use? Key doesn't make sense. The paintbrush? No. No. Okay. We'll just leave it for now. Oh, I was trying to look at the creepy head. Alright, enough fooling around. Down to the basement. Or, trapdoor. Now then. Let's see what we got here. It's locked. Can I use a key? No, that's not the one. Go back to the beginning. No, it's not pulsing, so I'm thinking I cannot. Alright, let's look over this side. Nope. Darn it. Over here is where I meant to go. Alright, nothing there. Oh yeah. Let's try this one. Well, there. Ooh, what's hiding in here? Oh, a bunch of bottles. Or maps. There are lots of maps here. I thought it was only bottles. Each of them marked with a series of numbers. I think that's a kind of serial number. What kind of map numbers? I have no clue which one I should look at. There are just too many of them. You need to look at... Okay, that with the maps. It goes together. It has to ring a bell. It makes sense. There's a bunch of maps with numbers. And these are the numbers. Really? Dang it. I thought that was it. Well, could it be... There's that paper in Loath Nolder's office that has all of those numbers that didn't make any sense. Maybe that's related. Okay, I guess that's it for this at the moment then. We will be back. Let's see what else we got. Oh, okay. Anything on top? This is an interesting thing. There's a moving pointer which has some ink on it. I think this is some kind of marking tool. So, how do we use it? No, quit clicking on it. Put the map here? Nope. Metal stick? Nope. Blank paper. Could be good. Paintbrush doesn't go here. And it doesn't really make sense for this to either, but we're going to just try it. Nope. Okay, we'll have to come back to that. Solve that mystery. And this is the box we can't look at, although it certainly looks tempting, but not an option. Okay, and that was just these. Alright, let's head out. Down the hall. Let's check that room that had the electrified fence. And see if they put whatever valuable they keep in there back in it. Okay, one more step. Can we unlock? not this one either. Okay, one more click and then I think we're at the door. There it is. So, anything in here now? Nope, still empty. Okay, let's see if we can go across the hall. Aha! What's in this room? Another door, it looks like. What?
Who's that? Who are you?
Me? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? The world is trembling, mate. It's trembling.
Why is there someone locked in a cell down here?
You mean the earth tremors?
Tremors? Tremors? Tremors?
Yeah, is someone holding you prisoner?
Are you okay? Is someone holding you prisoner here?
You? Did you come from the depths? From down there?
No.
From that damn darkness?
What
Where
do
did you
mean,
come from?
depths?
Depths. Bowels of the earth. Unlit hell. Hell. Hell.
I'd kind of like to free this guy to be nice, but I'm worried he'll attack me. He seems somewhat crazy. What is this place?
This place. What is it?
It's a link. It's a link.
A link?
It's a link between what's above and what's below. Below, down there, in the depths. I've seen it, I tell you. See what's down there.
Well, what's down there?
And heard the sound.
This man, whoever he is too insane to help me. But who is he? Why is he being kept in here?
Try asking him his name. Oh, that's it, huh? Alright. Well, we will have to sort that fella out. Candle holder. Okay. I'm not sure why that's a thing I can look at. Can I don't know, light something on fire? No, I can't use anything in conjunction with it. Ooh, and we got a door over here, too. Well...
Fierce ghouls gather, and pale shades form. And all together, with this damned crowd, howl the chant of the worm.
Okay. You got anything more to say? He's probably gone mad and there's no use talking to him. Alright, let's check out this door. It looks dark inside. Yeah. Well, what about this? Let's light it. Can I... Yes, this will be useful.
Ghouls gather, and pale shades form. And all together, with this damned crowd, howl the chant of the worm.
Well, thanks. Can't light any of this up. Ooh, there we go. What is this? There's some papers here. Oh, I thought it looked like some kind of robe or something. This handwriting. These are Mr. Field's notes. So this must be his jacket. We'll pick it up. There's a key in the pocket of this coat. Oh, so maybe now we can open some more things in his house. Nothing else to take. Okay, let's look at the papers. And we gotta get... Oh, part 4 of 4, and we're gonna have to get to his house. Okay. This will probably take a bit to read, and probably take us to the end of the level. Let's read this, and then I think we might be just about done here. Alright, July 29th. Lately, I have noticed some great changes in the behavior and appearance of Ivar. He looks paler, speaks less, and this is getting increasingly worse. I first noticed these changes 2 weeks ago when he knocked at my door on a stormy night. He was all wet, but seemed unaware of this. When I invited him to come in, he hesitated at first, but then quickly came in. His hands were shaking so much that I thought that he had a nervous breakdown. During the night, he didn't speak often, and when he did, it seemed like he talked under compulsion. His eyes were bloodshot, and he was sweating profusely. I asked him to stay in my house using the storm as an excuse, and he accepted without hesitation. When he previously came to visit me 3 nights before, he seemed normal, but I could see quite clearly that he wasn't listening to me, and he trembled whenever there were any loud noises caused by the storm. These tremblings did not seem to be caused by random, but more like the extreme uneasiness of a person constantly under threat. Whenever there were noises, it was very noticeable how his mood changed, and fear enveloped him, and he would look around desperately. When I asked him if he had a problem, he said that there was nothing wrong, just tiredness, but it wasn't hard to see that he was on the brink of a breakdown. I haven't heard from him since that night. Not interesting. That's all kinds of interesting. August 23rd. I don't know how to describe this, but lately some strange incidents have occurred which have even made me look at myself suspiciously. Recently at night, I've been hearing some unidentified hoarse screams, conversations, laughing, and gnawing sounds, which I guess have been coming from the depths of that damned well under the house. At first, most of these sounds were not clear enough to be distinguishable, and I thought that there were some animals, maybe rats, in the well. They might have gotten in through openings in the well, and this would also explain those gnawing sounds. I thought that there were rats in that well. Aren't rats found in places like that? Lately, I hear these sounds more clearly, leaving me no doubt that some of them are human voices. I hear conversations, indescribably disgusting, malicious laughter as if coming from the center of the earth, and many more sounds I cannot name that wake me up at night. Hoarse gnawing sounds that are coming from far away are also becoming clearer. They're like thousands of disgusting simultaneous gnawing sounds from the depths, and they're getting increasingly closer to the surface. I sometimes find myself waiting silently, hardly breathing in the dead of the night, while trying to listen to the soft running noises or voices speaking. In addition to this, I feel the house itself is trembling more noticeably than it used to, and I hear the wooden planks creaking as a result of these tremors. If I hadn't heard all those damn noises, the speaking, laughter, and gnawing sounds, I might have thought that small earthquakes were causing those tremors, because Wellsmouth is in the highest level quake zone. But I am not even sure anymore as to whether the earthquakes of Wellsmouth are natural. Who knows what lies below the depths of the earth which shudders with uneasiness. Nothing interesting. Howard. Okay, and we've still got some time, so let's see. Anything in this room? Okay, nope, that looks like it's it. Are we really going to take this guy's only light? That's kind of terrible. Ah, there we go. Alright, hopefully no one's sneaking up on us. I think I probably shouldn't go down here, but I'm going to do it. It's locked now. Well... Nope, keys aren't doing it. Okay, we should check Clarkfield's key while we're here. Nope, alright. Let's go to his house. I'm really, really excited about that. And I want to stop by Loath Nolder's office and look at those codes and see if we can figure out anything about those maps from that. Okay. Let's just take a look at this room while we're right here. I don't think there was anything else I'm too worried about right now. No, I don't think we had anything locked over here. Obviously, we've still got to do something with that paintbrush, but I'm not yet sure what. So let's go try this key in Clarkfield's house. Okay. What What about this door right here that's been locked? Oh, fantastic. Key that I found in the cabin opens this door, so it really was Clark Field's jacket. Alright, and I'm going to wind the episode down here. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back next time. We will see what is hiding in this room.